Okay, I'm back. A lot's changed in a short amount of time. Who would have thought? I have 3 monitors now. My neighbor was giving away a couple, and I snatched them. So, that was a nice addition. Let's see. My mom's gotten better. Last I knew, she's still doing therapy. And yeah, just in general, gotten better. From what I can tell. So, that's good. Let's see. Some big things that's happened since my last video. My girlfriend's best friend, like, longtime best friend, like 5 years, is back in the psych ward. This is the second time. Well, she went back, and now she's out. So that's hard. It doesn't. My girlfriend struggles with like intense anxiety and some traumas and whatnot. So there's occasional times where she kind of has a meltdown, and it's hard. You know, ask questions I don't have answers to. But she found out her work provides 4 free therapy sessions per year. So she's setting that up now, which is nice. My work is complaining that my manager at work is complaining that I'm not doing enough work. And I can just go ahead and show you how much work I'm doing. I don't think there's any information in here that I'm not allowed to share. I'm gonna share it. I'll just talk about it. It's here on my screen. I made a spreadsheet, and you can just believe me. Okay. So his complaint is that I'm not doing enough work, primarily. Now I work a salary position, and I'm like a service technician, and he's a data analyst and also my manager. So he'll look over the devices I service, and when he sees an issue, he'll put in a service request, basically saying this is what's going on, go diagnose the issue and fix it, basically. And that's called a service request. Now, in the past, since October 1st, it's now December 10th, I have completed 424 service requests. Now, that's the most out of any other site. So I've completed the most service requests out of anyone else. And I made a little ratio. So you've got number of devices on the site versus service ratio. So I wanted to see how many service requests were being added to my site versus how many devices do I have. So I can see like how many service requests per device over this quarter. And that ratio for me, why that's important is because a lot of different sites have a lot of different amounts of devices. So you can see performance in the form of a ratio, which is more accurate to, it's a more accurate measure to judge someone's performance because it's a ratio. So it is respective to their work demands. I am at 3.46 service requests per device that I have. So I've got 115 devices. I have the third biggest site by devices. And the runner-up to me, now this ratio is a big deal. Like, a small change in this ratio is a big change. Like, it's sensitive is what I'm trying to say. So The next runner up to me, the the landfill with the most devices has 2.34 service requests per devices. Now, devices having issues is almost always not related to me at all. It's just the device, like something in the device going wrong. So that's important because my devices have the most issues. And my service request ratio, so it's how many service requests have I completed versus how many have been added. That's really important because you want to be as close to 1 as possible to make sure that you're staying on top. That means you're making progress. Now, I'm at 1.07, which means not only have I completed every service request that's been added in this quarter, but also additional ones from before this quarter. So now, of course, I still have a bunch of service requests right now, but I've just completed a ton from before this quarter as well, which is why it's over 1. And I have the best ratio. So I have the most issues with my devices, the most issues with my devices, the third largest site, and the best ratio. Now, how is my performance an issue? I'm not missing anything. It's right there. The data speaks for itself. I don't fucking know. Anyways, that's my work complaint segment. In other news, I'm happy outside of work. My life is like perfect for me. It's just work is difficult. Difficult manager. But other than that, everything's good. I love my girlfriend. I love my apartment. I saved a kitten from the landfill today. I service devices in a landfill. And I was going up to a gas well and I heard a scream and I was like, what the fuck? And I hear it again. And I look down and there's a cat in the mud, in the rain, cold because it's December, shivering. And I kneel down and he like jumps in my arms practically. So took him to my car and called my manager and I was like, hey man, I got this cat. You care if I run to the store and get him some food? And my manager was like, nah, that's cool, dude. That's awesome. So I got him like a little flat tub, like a big tub with a blanket and some Tupperware containers for food and water. Got him a can of wet food and like a bag of treats, and some water. He ate the whole can of wet food, and I set the treats aside. And they were up on my dash, and without noticing, he jumps up on my dash, grabs the bag of treats with his teeth after eating a whole can of wet food, goes down on my passenger floorboard, and rips open the bag of treats with his teeth, like immediately, like one attempt. Rips this bag open and is fucking munching on these treats. So that was that was great. He's a little rascal, but I don't know, he almost seemed like an indoor cat because of how affectionate he was. But this ends well. I didn't take him to a shelter. I talked to the employees at the landfill, and we found a nice spot for him, and like a heated garage, and the garage door is like broken, so it's always open a foot, so he can go in and out as he pleases. And he's in the little tote. He's got food and water and a blanket, and I'm gonna be checking up on him like at least 3 times a week, going there and just seeing how he's doing. But we dropped him off there at like 10 this morning, and when I was leaving at 4:30, he was still there, and I loved him up. So that is good. It's almost my bedtime. That's unfortunate. But that was fun. That was cool. He was cute. It was really hard not to bring him home. But little landfill kitty. My work is sending me everywhere. I just went down to Miami like twice in a month for like a week at a time. And now I'm driving to Tennessee, and they've got me fucking scheduled for so much, dude. So much. They want me like, they want me to leave at 6 in the morning on Monday and not be done until 7. Like, I will drive to Tennessee, work at a landfill, drive to another landfill like 2.5 hours away or 3 hours away, service that landfill, and then drive another 3 hours until I'm in Memphis to get a hotel and stay there. That's just on Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are similar. Thursday, I service devices in Tennessee. Then I drive all the way up to Indiana, service devices there, and then finally come home to Louisville. Now, there's a lot of volatility in the amount of time it takes me to complete service requests because they can differ. They can be really simple. They can be really complex. They can be something I've seen a million times. They can be something I've never seen before. So having this tight schedule is insane. And I'm freaking out a little bit because of the expectations put on me. But it'll be okay. It'll be alright. I'll get done what I can. I'm gonna be chill about it and not stress too much. I've been filling out this book. I've had it for a while. I bought it for myself because I just like to reflect, and this just asks me questions that I wouldn't normally ask myself. For instance, well, one, it goes into your family history with like your parents and your grandparents, and your family origin, like way back. The history behind your family's name. It's just a good way to reflect. The one I just did was list 10 objects from your childhood bedroom and describe what they meant to you. I can only think of 5 because the bedroom I think of when I think of childhood bedroom, for some reason, like, I was never in there but to sleep. So there was really nothing in there. There was like my bed, my closet, my clothes and stuff in it. That was pretty much it. But I thought of 5 interesting items that meant something to me. One, notably, that I'll share with you, is an alarm clock. It was like an alarm clock plus radio. And I had this room for about 3 years, which for most people doesn't sound like that's like you would describe your childhood bedroom as a bedroom you were only in for 3 years. But I moved around so often that was insane. That I was in one place for 3 years is crazy. And I think that's the longest I ever lived in one place. My whole life. Still to this point. So, yeah. But it meant a lot to me because it was how I finally discovered music on my own. Like, that was my only way to listen to music on my own at that age. I was like between like 7 and 10. And I could listen to like radio hosts and stuff, and I would just stay up listening to music and going through a 21 Pilot phase. And also it woke me up in the morning because I didn't want to get out of bed ever, and it forced me to get up. So I'm very grateful to that alarm clock / radio. But this is nice to have. I've had it for like 3 or 4 months, and I just pick it up every now and then and fill some more out. Oh gosh. But life's been good. My work issue goes a little bit deeper than just work, though. Like, Dustin is very adamant that I'm not performing well enough, but I have data that says otherwise. And the reason this is a deeper issue is because there's been multiple occurrences in my life of a person that I really care about or a group of people telling me one thing that was very negative about me, and from my perspective, I couldn't understand where they were coming from. And talking to them, it wasn't like when I talked to them about the issue, they had more information than I did. Like we were on the same wavelength, but they just had a different perspective on the situation, and that happened to be very negative towards me. And I don't know. Things like calling me a mass manipulator and telling me that like I'm ending up like my dad, and that they hate me, and they hate to come home and see me, and they wait in their car for an hour outside the house so they don't have to mentally prepare to come in the house and talk to me. It's hard when people you really care about say things like that to you, about you. And like I said, in those situations, I have all the same information they do. And I talked to them about it many times. Like, it was a conversation where we were trying to understand each other, and that was just their perspective. Can't argue with that. Other than, I'm sorry you feel that way. I didn't mean to make you feel that way, and it's not like I didn't try to hear them out and see what I could do better. It was just like I didn't even know how to do better. They didn't know either, which is ugh. Life's hard. My 20th birthday is in 2 days. This is my last Wednesday as a teenager. And it is difficult. I feel like I haven't made enough progress since I've been 19. That sounds absurd to say, okay? I have a nice car that I like. This is all big milestones that I've accomplished being 19. Nice car that I enjoy. Nice, good, reliable vehicle. My first apartment with a girlfriend I love very much. A good job that pays me very well. I'm getting paid $55,000 a year salary plus benefits, which is pretty good for my position. I was getting paid more at my previous job, but the reason I took this job is because I can be home, like, every day. That's so valuable to me. That's more valuable than $5,000 a year. So, in my opinion. And I've just made a lot of growth emotionally, I think. And I've seen a lot more. I understand a lot more how people that were really close to me, like, I understand their opinions more. And my relationships have grown a lot. So that's good. That's nice. It was a good year, but career-wise, I was hoping to be further. At the end of the day, the most important thing to me is my relationships with everyone in my life, and I don't have enough time to manage all those relationships in the way that I would like, so I push really hard to create enough time for all of them. Now, that's very difficult because I would need a lot of time, but that's why my time is so important to me. Because let's be real, I have a lot of ambitions of my own. So not only do I need a lot of time just to be fulfilled and do all the things I would like to do personally, but also to maintain all the relationships with my friends and family. Like, I need a lot of time to do that. So I just really struggle with my personal time. I work a salary position, and my hours are super flexible, but it's like they have a problem with me coming in like 10 minutes, 20 minutes late. For most jobs, I know that's a big deal. And I'm not saying it's good that I do that, but they freak out if I do that. But then if I work later than I'm supposed to, no one fucking cares. No one cares at all. They're not like, thanks for doing that, dude. Like, it drives me nuts. It's like, you don't value my time at all. Which is bad. And it's like the most valuable resource I have. And you don't fucking care about it. It's crazy. At least in my old position, like my old job, I was in control of my schedule inherently. No one was trying to tell me what to do or that I was using my time incorrectly. They just said, we need this work to get done. And I would do it on my own accord. Maintain client relationships, get the job done in an efficient manner, keep everyone informed. And I did. And I was fine. And I was hoping I could continue that at this position. But apparently not. Because I have to have someone breathing over my neck who doesn't like the way I do things. Which doesn't matter because I'm doing the most out of everyone. So I don't know. It's crazy. But things will work out. I have no idea what's going to happen in the future, or when the next time I'll make a video is. But I'm interested. I guess recently, I haven't really looked into this too deeply, but apparently physicists think they have proven that we don't have free will. And I haven't looked into the argument itself, but from what I've heard, it's pretty compelling. And that's an interesting concept to me. Because, of course, we all feel like we have free will. But I guess I don't know. It's a weird thought to have. And it's hard to wrap your head around. And a bunch of people would deny it, I'm sure. Because it feels like you can do any random thing at any moment. Like, what's stopping me? But I don't know. If free will isn't real, I mean, it makes sense to me, kind of. Like, it's kind of like a really long butterfly effect, like that everyone is involved in, is the way I conceptualize it. And that's interesting to me. I think I'm content. I think I would be content if I didn't have free will. Like, for me personally, I don't feel it's necessary for my fulfillment. It doesn't really make a difference for me whether I have free will or not, because I feel like I do. And there's not really much satisfaction in believing that your whole life is like predetermined in a way. So since it feels real, feels like I have free will, that's like what is affecting my emotions. So even if I really consider that maybe I don't have free will, I mean, it's okay to me. I think. Oh, I don't know. But that was this. Thanks for listening. Whoever has listened to this. Hopefully no one. If you're related to me. Anything I'm saying on here is exactly what I would say to you. So, I love you. Thanks for listening to me rant. I'm 19. It's December 10th, 10:18 p.m. And I have to go to bed soon. And that is sad because I feel like I just got home. So, toodaloo. Oh, hold on, let me... Toodaloo.